Hey everyone, welcome to my new project page. Here I'm going to show you how I made a wood carved art piece with some textured painting. First up, before I painted, I used spackle to make some texture on a 1/4-inch plywood board. I cut the board to my finished art size and then let it dry overnight. I had an old piece of hard maple, so I drew out the stencils for the Opera House fins, making sure that it would fit within the 6-inch board that I had, and I traced and used a jigsaw to cut out each of the fins. This process was a little bit tedious, getting it the right shape, but doing the stencil on the paper first helped quite a bit. There you can see the 4 fins that I cut out. And for the most part, the stencils helped get them in the shape that they needed to be in for a snug fit, but the curves in a few places needed to be cleaned up. For that, I used a Dremel, and you'll see here I am just curving one of the edges, making sure that it fits right and that the curves line up on each side. There we go. So after the dry fit worked out, I just buffed down the edges. I wanted to keep most of the square edge, but just soften it up a little bit. And here I'm making the base out of a red oak. To do that, I traced the fins on paper, created a little template, and then again used a jigsaw to cut it out. Everything's looking good. A quick sand with 180 grit followed by 220 across all the edges, making sure again to round the corners just a little bit. Last up, to maintain the natural look of the hard maple and the red oak, I used a natural hard wax that I'm buffing out there. Dry fitting, everything looks good. And to attach it to the painting, I put it in place with some quick-set wood glue and pressed down. Here you can see I've added a frame. It's a 1x2 inch red oak to match the base there of the Opera House. I used a 45-degree miter cut on the corners and attached it with brad nails and wood glue.